Hello. So we've finished uploading our site, and now we're going to begin to work with it so we can look at the other uploading options to see how maintenance is done, uploading changes, downloading changes, things like that. So now that the site is uploaded, I'm just going to click the Open Site button, and we will open our site in the browser. Now, this site comes up as a list of files because it appears that someone, I guess that is me, forgot to choose a home page on the site. Alright, well that's easy to do. All we have to do is use the Content Manager and select whichever page we want to be the home page. So that's all good. Now we're at a choice here. I have a remote version of the site and I have a local version of the site, and I can make this change in either version and then update the other one. So for right now, I'm just going to update the remote version. So I'm going to log into the admin pane, and I just logged in there earlier before I made this video, so it's all set. But I'm going to log into the admin pane, and I'm going to choose the page that I want to be the home page. So up it comes, and from this page list here, I will just make this page be the home page by clicking this button here, and boom, it is done. So now this page is the home page, and when the site is viewed, we won't see the list of files, we'll see this page instead. Now, just to make some more changes, I think you can all see this. There is a bit of text here on the right-hand side on my page, and I'm going to edit this text as well. I'm going to make a small change so that we can see the effects of something else. And so since my mom is probably watching, I'll just send a little message to Mom on the website. So, and there it is, and it says, now it says, "Hi Mom." All right. So now I've modified the remote version of the site. I've said, well, I want this page to be the home page, and I've modified some text. Great. So now my remote version of the site is a little different than my local version of the site, which does not have all of does not have that. It does not have the message to my mom in its text, as we can see there. All right. So to get these two in sync, what I would normally do is just come to the upload menu and do the download remote edits, and that will pull the remote edits, and then the two would be the same. To make a point here, I'm actually going to do something wrongly. Now, before I start making local edits, I want to first pull the remote ones to get them down, to get these two in sync before I start making local changes. The reason being is that when we choose download remote edits, it's actually, while it is only getting those files that a customer using the remote content manager might have modified, it is, in fact, making differences between them. So when it looks at the remote site, it says, well, this piece of text is different from that piece of text, therefore I'm going to grab the remote version of that text. So it doesn't, when syncing this way, it doesn't know, oh, well, this one was modified 2 minutes ago, and this one was modified an hour ago, or this sort of stuff. It does not work that way. So for example, we have this text here, what we're about, and I'm going to edit this as well in the editor, but I'm editing this locally now. So let's put "Bye Mom" in that bit of text there, and I've made that change. So now my remote version has this text that says "Hi Mom," but this text does not have anything to my mom, and my local version has the "Bye Mom." So when I download the remote edits, it's going to get all the remote changes, but we're also going to lose this local change that was made. This local change here, this "Bye Mom" that I did, is going to be lost because it's going to pull and say, oh, the remote version is different than the local version. Let's grab the remote version. So I'll just go ahead and download remote edits. So here it takes SiteGrinder is trying to figure out what things need to be moved, and it may take a second for it to do this, because depending on the size of your site, it'll have a little bit more calculating. And then it says, oh, there's just 1.1K, so it's not going to take long. And I'll just hit continue there, and in 2 seconds then, boom, it is done. So now, when I close this, we can see that it has become the home page. That has been updated, and the text, like the remote version, now locally says "Hi Mom" as well. So that change has come down, but the by mom message that we put on this first one has been overwritten because the remote version of this was gotten and put in its stead. If we, after we've synced these, we may want to upload some changes. So I can now make a change here. I can, for example, I can add that by mom message again to this, and then perform a upload changes, which operates very similar to the download remote edits. One difference between them is that the download remote edits limits itself to looking at the files that are editable by the content manager, because it knows that, you know, remotely the only thing that the user could be doing is making whatever things are exposed by the content manager. But the upload changes is actually will upload everything that's different, because it's not limited, because you may have done all sorts of work locally, deploying new pages, things like that. So it says there's apparently 1.28K that needs to be transferred, and boom, we now have the by mom local. And if I open up the site again, here it is on the remote version. We can see that the by mom has now propagated up there as well. So that's the basic of syncing, editing, being careful of overwrites, things like that. There are lots of things you can do in the local version that you don't have to worry about being overwritten by the remote version. For example, if you make new pages locally, downloading the remote page, the remote content changes won't make you lose those new pages. If you deploy new designs, like you're just like, oh, this green-blue cloud thing, it's, you know, with the grass, that's so pretty, but I think actually I'm going to go with a red fire sort of theme now. We can deploy a red theme over here. We can get the remote content into that theme and then upload, and we don't lose changes like that as well. So there are lots of things you can do that will not be overwritten by a download changes. And for that reason, there is one last menu item, and that is a download then upload changes, which will just do the two things that we saw a second ago, downloading remote ones and then uploading the ones one after the other in a single menu item to make it a little bit more convenient. However, that download remote edits is the same as the download remote edits we used before, and so it might still overwrite local content changes if the content is on both locations. It'll just see that it's different and it'll pull it from the server. All right, hope this was helpful to all of you, and happy site grinding.